Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I just stopped for a moment. I've had this lovely inner peace thing for the last few days, and I think it's because I've been doing a lot of the work on myself, and there's been a lot of relief and a lot of release, I should say. But I was sitting here just a moment ago, and I thought how interesting it is that out of my back window, I have a road that runs along there that has trucks and things go along it, and I could hear, the traffic going past on that side. And in between every time a truck went, there was quiet, and in the quiet were the birds singing out the front where I've got a grassy area. And I thought it just goes to show how we don't stop sometimes and listen to what's going on around us. And while life is so hugely busy and everything's happening, the birds still go about their business, and they still do their singing, and they still do what they've always done, regardless of how fast the world is travelling. And I thought there's something really special in that I need to take away for myself today, because sometimes I get so busy and I think, other people seem to have time for stuff, and I'm like trying to fit into my world what I can fit into my world, because I don't want to let a minute go by without making the best of it. But then I think sometimes I need to be like the birds. I need to just step back and just listen and stop. I wish you could hear the birds out there. It's just beautiful. So it seems funny that I'm in one place, nothing's changing for me. I haven't stopped or gone anywhere. And yet I have life moving very, very quickly on one side and life continuing to move at its own pace on the other. Something very deep in that. Okay, I'm actually really looking forward to hearing the ocean next week, so I haven't done that for a little while. I love the sound of the waves crashing on the shore. I love the peacefulness, even though it's really noisy. Okay, using the Hanson Roberts deck, and I do have the Judgment card coming out here. So the Judgment card has a number of meanings, but its main meaning is about being raised from the dead, having a second chance at something. It's rebirth, and not the type of zombie rebirth we see in The Walking Dead. Although some days I do feel like that sort of rebirth. This is about bringing something back that you thought was dead. And it's going to bring in great joy and happiness here. Why? It's got something to do with an earth sign who's being very loving and nurturing towards you. And it's very quick energy, so you could hear from somebody over the next, and the day, we do the what's cracking every day, but sometimes the energies might go a week, a month, who knows. This is about hearing from someone that is loving and nurturing, that maybe you haven't heard from for a while. Because something out of this is bringing you great joy and happiness. And it's more than likely they're going to contact you over the internet here, or texting perhaps. But it's wonderful, beautiful feeling. Maybe going to hear from someone you haven't heard from in a while. Somebody wrote to me the other day and said I'd mentioned that in one of the readings, and a friend had got in touch with them they hadn't seen for years, and how beautiful that was. So not always an ex, although we do have the devil energy coming out first. This is the energy of the ego. This is about the dark side of ourselves, the side we don't always show to the world. This can be about codependency, can be about extreme behavior, lust, obsession, addiction. It's those parts of ourselves which we have to work at to keep under control. Okay, and right beside that we have the Two of Cups. So some of you have got some issues around codependency within relationships you need to be working on. Sometimes when I talk about codependency, I have people say to me, that they don't really know what that means. And what happens is it causes you to have attachment disorder in your relationship. So you attach to people for the wrong reasons, not necessarily love. So if you are in a relationship where the love isn't evident between the two of you, so sometimes it can be very one-sided, then it can form toxic relationships. And I feel like you're learning what this devil energy means for you. Maybe you just get the wrong sort of people coming in. Same person, different face. Okay, so Three of Wands is here. So this is about looking forward and waiting for your ships to come in here. Maybe you've been away and you've been working on yourself here and you haven't had the opportunity to face your codependency for a while. But somebody's coming in here that's going to make you face your codependency, and I think it's got something to do with that overarching story at the beginning, because now you're moving forward with a completely different concept. And look at you coming up as the Empress. So the Empress is Mother Nature, Gaia. She is the Queen of Queens. She is the woman that can rebirth brand new things. That's what she does. She loves to bring new things into the world. So some of you, this can be feeling very sexual, sensual. For some of you, this can be about falling pregnant, feeling the need to fall pregnant, trying to fall pregnant. You may have just fallen pregnant. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant talks of structure. He's about big institutions. He can be about commitment in relationships. He's the High Priest. Some of you are dealing with an air sign here. So Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. But this man is coming in with the truth. This person wants to tell a truth and they want commitment here. But I feel like you've come from something previously, or you've been working on this codependent energy here. This ego energy. Because this is all about the ego. It's stuff you were taught that not necessarily is who you are. And I feel like someone's got a wake-up truth here. There is a bit of a conflict coming out of this, though. The Five of Swords talks about conflict between people. It's conflict of words. There's some sort of opening up here of words between you and someone else. King of Wands coming in too. So this is about you taking on this sort of leadership, control or responsibility here to work with this energy, making a stand. You have the Death card here. Could be a Scorpio you're dealing with, or could be that you have to let this part of yourself die now. This codependent energy. You have to let it go. I feel like you really are going to achieve this though, because you're out here shouting it out to the world. So let's have a good unravel. There's a second chance coming through, quite possibly an earth sign here. Somebody who either is bringing some news to you or giving you an opportunity for growth here by telling you something, exposing something to you. Because there's this feeling here that you're letting go of something. And I feel like this is this ego energy. So perhaps you're starting to see the ego. And maybe this relates to the What's Cracking reading with the Tower. Maybe you're waking up to what the ego is over who you truly are. There's an expansion here for you. You're moving forward here because you're walking into this Empress energy. It has something to do with love. And when I see the Devil energy with the Two of Cups, I think there's some sort of soulmate relationship, some relationship you have with someone that's about to crack itself open like an egg. Someone is coming forward to give you a truth here, to tell you something. This person wants to have something long-standing with you. They want to commit to you. But there's a conflict here that has to take place before this can occur, because something has to die off here for this to move forward. My goodness, they're deep readings today. So the universe is asking you here to stand in this leadership energy, to take the lead in this. Maybe somebody's offering you something that they believe is stable, but you're seeing something a lot more of the old you, maybe that codependent energy or the ego energy. Maybe this person's asking out of ego and you don't believe that it's what they truly want or what's coming from their soul. Because what you want here is, with this Empress energy, is real love, the real thing. And I feel like somebody's offering you something that is only from their ego. And because of this, you're stepping back from someone in order to grow. So you're having to take the lead on something here when someone's offering you something. So you may have been waiting for this offer for a while. And maybe when it comes, it's the wake-up call to how this relationship is really unfolding. Because I feel like you're walking away to gain energy here. It's like you're walking away to become better or walking away to improve, moving away from something because it's not serving your greater good. And being the Empress, being the leader in your own life rather than following someone else. Ooh, big reading. Being the leader in your own life, taking charge, not taking control. You don't want control with this ego energy. But what you do want is you do want an opportunity to have the life you want here. And I don't know that this person's offering it to you in the way that they're offering it. But it's not what you want here. And you're walking away from it. You're doing as the universe is asking, and you're taking on this leadership role to move away. Okay, so you've got the card of health and healing out here. Let me just find him. Okay, so this card is a sign of healing. Your divine healing power is awakened and you feel compelled to help others to heal, just as you've been healed. So too do you want others to enjoy health and vitality. You're supported in making life changes so you continue to heal yourself and others. Let go of any fears or restrictive thinking to open up the miracles of healing. Well, there you go. So maybe you've done all this healing yourself. Maybe you've done all your inner child work or a good deal of it, but you haven't realized how much you've done until you're faced with a situation that comes back to look exactly the same as what you've been trying to get away from. So you're taking the leadership role in your own life here and you're walking away from something because you've done the growing. You don't need this anymore. So somehow or another, someone's bringing back what you've worked so hard to get rid of. Oh, what an amazingly deep reading. Let me know how it resonates for you, folks. Have a wonderful Monday.